I hope by now, after going through all the introductory information and all the things in the Getting Started folder and reading the syllabus and understanding the course assignments and expectations, that you feel really comfortable with everything you're going to have to do for this course. So the next step is just to start the content, or start reading the information that you need to read, watching the links, and taking the quizzes. I also hope that you've already started your quarter-long project. Don't forget to get started on that pretty quickly if you haven't already started it, because there's a lot of details and there's a lot of stuff that you should really research about your system and just constantly read about it in order to get ready for the paper that you'll turn in at the end of the term. So I made this video here to kind of introduce the content in Module 1. I make a short video like this for each module just to kind of give you an introduction to what you're going to see in the different links, or what you're going to read in the different links, and also to give you some ideas to focus on and things to keep in your head while you're studying and getting ready for the quizzes, and also things to keep in mind that you'll maybe use on your quarter-long project. So in this module, you guys are going to be looking over things and reading things and watching things about ecosystems. The basis of sustainability is understanding how an ecosystem works, and that's really what this first module is all about. So you'll read an online link about how ecosystems work. You'll watch a short lecture on how ecosystems work. It's not by me, it's by another professor, but they have a lot of good graphics in their presentation, so I think it'll be a good thing for you guys to look over. And then you'll read a couple links on biodiversity. That will be for your second quiz. That's one of the major pieces of ecosystems. And then you'll read another link on keystone species and the kind of structure of ecosystems and how energy moves through ecosystems. That will be the topic of your first quiz. The next thing after that ecosystem information that you'll read about, you'll watch a video on the wolves of Yellowstone. This is one of the examples that I talked about in the introductory video that I think is a strength of this course. A lot of different examples of actual ecosystems and problems that have occurred and solutions that people have come up with. And so it's a really good documentary on the introduction of wolves to Yellowstone. Then after that, you'll watch another, for the fifth quiz, you'll watch another video on eutrophication. You'll have a short link that you'll read about eutrophication, and then you'll watch a video on the Chesapeake Bay and how adding nutrients to the Chesapeake Bay has changed that, and how scientists figured that out. So that's another great example. And then the last thing that you'll watch is about the importance of fire in forest ecosystems. So you have a lot of ecosystem centered links and videos this week, or this module, but the main goal here is you're trying to understand how ecosystems work, and then you have a few examples of ecosystems and some problems that occurred, and how people came up with a solution to those problems. So good luck, get started right away. Remember two things, since this is your first module of content. The first one is each quiz is very detailed, and so it may be over 2 resources, or it may be over just 1 resource, but each quiz is about 5 to 10 questions long, and the quiz questions are very detailed, so I will ask you specific questions. You'll need to take notes and study while you read and watch the links, because some of the links in the videos are pretty long and you won't have time to go back and look over or look through the whole video to find the answer. Each quiz is set up to give you about 4 minutes per question. Now that doesn't mean it'll move on after 4 minutes for each question. It means if you have 3 questions, you'll get 12 total minutes. But that sounds like a lot, but sometimes it's not. You won't have time to look everything up. You really need to study for the quizzes ahead of time to be successful. And then you can have other links open and use those while you take the quiz, but it's really a bad idea to just kind of skim the stuff and then try and answer the questions. People struggle on the quizzes at the beginning if they attempt that. So you need to read everything, take some notes on each thing that you read and watch, and study them before you take the quizzes. And the next thing, the second thing that I wanted to bring up is there's a lot of material that you'll need to cover throughout this course, and since each quiz only covers 1 or 2 resources, I would recommend getting started with the first quiz pretty quickly, so that you can make sure you get all the quizzes done by the due date and due time. Don't wait till the last minute to try and finish everything. I would work on these things throughout the the time that they're available in order to have enough time to finish everything and enough time to study, and also enough time to be working on your quarter-long project along the way too. Well, good luck, and make sure you send me emails if you have any questions about any of the details in the content.